Yeah.
And you're just fine.
I'm actually high right now.
uh,
Hey, welcome back to the page. My name is Nolan, back with another video. We've got some interesting sports news, some big basketball news. Kevin Durant has officially been traded, the big offseason move so far in the NBA. There has been a few other moves, the Celtics cutting their salary, breaking up their team. Drew Holiday from the Celtics now going to Portland. Kristaps Porzingis from the Celtics now going to Atlanta. There's been a few big trades. Jordan Poole to New Orleans. So much going on in the NBA. So much going on in the sports world. The NBA draft is tonight. I don't know too much about college basketball and did not follow those players that much, so not too big on the draft, but did want to look into the Kevin Durant trade. I think there's an angle that no one's really talking about here. And is KD now getting involved in politics? Is KD having a big sway on the government? Or am I being too conspiracy theory guy, for lack of a better word?
Again, as a kid smoking weed?
Nah, I mean, if you want to call 22 a kid.
22, so an adult. And explain what it does that people might misunderstand about it.
To me, it clears the distractions out your brain a little bit, settles you down. It's like having a glass of wine.
Yeah. So did you smoke today?
Yeah.
And you're just fine.
I'm actually high right now.
Not heard. KD, Kevin Durant has been traded from the Phoenix Suns to the Houston Rockets in exchange for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick in tonight's NBA draft, and 5 second-round picks. I think those are future second-round picks. I don't think they're in the draft tonight, but who knows. So everyone's talking not a huge haul that they got for KD, but one of the things I think no one is talking about is Kevin Durant, one of the biggest stoners in the league, is now going to Texas. From Phoenix, where it is legal, to Texas. And when does this happen? June 22nd. Now, that's interesting. Maybe I'm getting into conspiracy theories here, but let's look at Texas here. Governor Greg Abbott vetoed SB 3, a bill on June 22nd, the same day that Kevin Durant was traded to Houston. They vetoed a bill in Texas that would have banned all hemp-derived THC products. And now there's a fight in Texas. A lot of people are saying the governor is now promoting recreational marijuana. Will it happen? Was Kevin Durant involved at all? Where do things stand? I mean, this is a story that people got to follow a little bit because Kevin Durant, known stoner, talks about smoking weed all the time. How is this going to happen in Texas? Well, they were going for a ban to pass all these products, and now it got vetoed. The governor is talking about they'll have a legislative session on July 21st to focus on getting a structure in place. It sounds like they might move towards legalizing. Is this part of the deal in Kevin Durant's contract? I mean, could he possibly have this written in, or maybe gave a large $1 million donation or something to the governor here? It's just, local politics. Running for governor, $1 million from KD means a lot, but I don't know. How does this play? How does this play into KD being in Houston? I am slightly joking because, of course, I think Kevin Durant could get a medical card in Texas. I'm sure for medicinal use, you can smoke marijuana. I'm sure Kevin Durant could come up with a way to get one of those cards and be able to legally smoke weed in Texas. But it is interesting, on the exact same day that he's traded, the governor vetoes this bill, and it seems like they're trying to get recreational marijuana. I don't know. I think KD could be future governor. Is he getting involved somehow? Possibly. But in all seriousness, I think, we've seen a lot of people overreacting, I think, to this trade slightly. I mean, I like it for Houston as well, but let's take a look at some of what the big name shows are saying.
I think they're now in play to win the Western Conference. And if I was looking at the biggest threats to Oklahoma City next year, without knowing exactly what Denver's going to look like, I would say Houston's at the top of that list.
We agree, and
I think I'll pick them to win the West.
Really?
I think they have a great blend of what we've seen works right now in the NBA, which is...
That's right. OKC, the Thunder, just won their first title. I guess technically they won one in Seattle, but for me, they just won their first title, and now people are picking against them already. I don't know. I think this is a little premature to have the Rockets winning the West. That seems a bit much to me after losing in the first round to the Warriors. Are they positioned better to advance out of the first round? I'm not so sure. I mean, it was a good move. They needed a scorer. KD, one of the best scorers in the history of the game. I mean, for his size and skill, it's incredible. But they were the 2 seed last year. Great regular season team, young, feisty team. Now, I don't know. I would predict them to be third. I think OKC is still ahead of them. I think Minnesota, the Timberwolves, are still ahead of them. And I think somebody will finish above them in the regular season. For me, obviously, we don't know who the Timberwolves are going to re-sign. Julius Randle and Naz Reid and Alexander Walker, I think, are up. But let's say they keep Naz Reid and Julius Randle. I think that front court is better than Şengün, Steven Adams, and Jabari Smith. If you have, Randle, Naz Reid, and Gobert, I think Minnesota's better there. And they're better on the wings. I think Anthony Edwards and McDaniels is better than KD and one of the Thompson twins. That's just me personally. I think Minnesota's ahead of them. Like I said, a good move for the Rockets. I think they'll finish third, but will it help them in the playoffs? That's clearly what they got KD for. And I don't know. I could still picture them losing to Golden State. All of this depends on health. I mean, that is always the big thing in the NBA. Who's healthy? But Golden State, the Lakers, Denver, there's possibly the Clippers. It seems like the Clippers won't be as good this year, but there are so many teams in the West. I don't know. Is this a failure if they just continue to lose in the first round again? I guess it technically would be, but it's an interesting trade. I like this trade, but I'm not ready to anoint the Rockets yet. I think they kind of will be similar to what they were last year, and I don't think I would pick them in a series over Denver, and it would be close with the Lakers or the Warriors. So let me know, what do you guys think in the comments? Do you think this was a good move for Houston? Obviously, no one really thinks it's that special for the Suns. They didn't do too much, but